everyone. So today's practice is just going to be a short, slow flow style practice. We're going to try to target the entire body here, definitely having a little bit of challenge along the way. And we're going to start this one seated. So no props necessary, just find a comfortable seat. Close the eyes. And either rest the hands on the knees, maybe in the lap if that feels better for you. See if you can draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Maybe take the neck back, throat back, so the ears are stacked over the shoulders. And sitting up really tall. And starting to observe the breath. There's no right or wrong, so just noticing how you're breathing at first here without trying to change it at all. Without any judgment, just this observation. Noticing maybe if the breath is concentrated more in this upper portion of the body. That contributes to anxiety and stress. So let's see if we can now focus our attention on allowing the belly to rise first and most when we inhale. And letting the rest follow along. So as you breathe in, the belly expands, and then the ribs expand, maybe the collarbones separate. Feel the breath all the way up to the very top of the throat. And then as you exhale, release from top to bottom, gently hugging the navel in and up at the very end of that exhale. Staying very present with the breath here. Let's drop our left ear towards our left shoulder. Just relaxing into this one. And now tucking the chin and really slowly rolling the head forward and taking that right ear over the right shoulder. Relaxing again the weight of the head, relaxing that left shoulder. And tucking the chin, coming back over to that left side. And lifting the head up. Good. Closing the eyes, noticing the breath. We'll do that one more time. So this time, right ear towards right shoulder first. No rush, really allowing this to be nice and slow today. Let's tuck the chin, roll the head forward, and land with that left ear over the left shoulder. Tucking the chin, rolling the head back through center, right back over towards that right shoulder. Good, and then lifting the head. As you inhale now, stretching the arms up and overhead, maybe gazing in the direction of the thumbs. And then as you exhale, just folding forward, dropping the weight of the head forward, maybe coming all the way down on the forearms. Some of us may be folding no further forward than this, which is totally fine. Noticing how this feels in the back. And slowly rolling onto your hands and knees and right back into child's pose. So big toes touching, knees separate, Sink the hips back towards the heels and relax into this. Good. And just taking this in, noticing again how the back feels. Seeing if you can let the weight of the hips sink heavy back towards the heels. And as you inhale now, slowly come up. And we'll take our way through a few rounds of cat-cow. So creases of the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. As we inhale, we're dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. As we exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head. Inhale, belly falls, gaze lifts. Exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head. One more round, belly falls, gaze lifts. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head. And softly coming back to neutral, let's tuck our toes and begin to engage our quads, our glutes, and our abs by simply lifting the knees up off the floor, maybe an inch. And just hovering them, starting to wake everything up. Imagine dragging the thumbs in towards each other. Breathe. Still slow, still controlled, still steady. And lift the hips up and back, stretch the heels down towards the floor. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. And as you exhale, step forward between the hands. Inhale, lift halfway, find some length. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms rise all the way up and overhead. And as you exhale, bring the hands together at the heart. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, plant the hands, step your left leg to the back of the mat. Drop the left knee down. Untuck those toes, push into your right foot. Inhale, rise up, nice low lunge, breathe. Maybe gaze in the direction of your hands. And exhale, draw the hands down to the floor, shift the hips back, keep the toes down, drop the weight of the head. Inhale, come back towards that lunging position. Gaze forward. Exhale, as you lean back this time, lift the toes, see if you can sink a little bit deeper into the pose. Exhale, bend that right knee, slide the right foot back to meet the left, top of a push-up. Pause here, breathe here. Find stability in the shoulders. See if you can imagine maybe the upper arm bones hugging in towards each other, the belly hugging in. And then as you exhale, slowly lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale through to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths here. Soften the knees. Good. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. Exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up and overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands. Let's step that right leg to the back of the mat. Drop the right knee down. Push into the left foot and inhale, rise up, low lunge. Breathe, maybe gaze in the direction of your fingertips. And as you exhale, now drop the hands back down to the mat. Shift the hips back, keep those left toes down on the floor. Exhale, reach back towards that lunge, gaze forward. And this time as you exhale, shift the hips back, maybe lift those left toes right up off the mat if you can. And then exhale, re-bend into that left knee, slide the left leg back, top of a push-up. Pausing here for just a few breaths, really feeling this warmth start to build in the body now. And chaturanga. Inhale through to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths. Inhale, rise into the tippy toes. Exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, soften the knees. Inhale, arms rise all the way up and overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good, let's begin again. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, plant the hands, step your left leg to the back, but don't drop the knee this time. Push into that right foot. Inhale, arms rise. So crescent warrior here, really strong. Seeing if you can stack shoulders over the hips. Engage the muscles of that back thigh so that back leg is really strong. Notice the breath. Relax the shoulders. Relax the muscles of the face. Good, and now we're going to pivot to warrior two. So drop your left heel, open those arms to a T. Really stretching the arms, engage the inner thighs here. Gaze off of those right fingertips. Good, and now inhale, stretch your right leg straight, pivot your right toes to face the long edge of the mat. And as we exhale, just pull the heels in a little bit. So we have a 45-degree angle with our feet. And now drop the hands down to the knees as you sink down. Just kind of settle in here, find a good spot to be in. And let's get into a little thoracic rotation. So we're pushing the skin of the thighs down and towards the knees. As you exhale, see if you can drop your left shoulder down and peel your right shoulder back as you gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, other side. Right shoulder drops down, gaze over the left shoulder. Good. Inhale, come back through center. See if you can upright the spine so shoulders are stacked over the hips. Bring the arms up and overhead. And now as you exhale, hands behind the low back, interlace the fingers, open the heart. Exhale, humble goddess. So keeping the knees bent, dropping the head down, bringing the arms away from the back of the body. Breathe. Good, again, pushing into the feet, lifting the torso, releasing the bind, bringing the arms up. And warrior two, bending into that right knee. As we exhale, swim the hands down to the floor, pivot onto the ball of your left foot, and then relax the left heel down as you melt over that right leg. So that left heel can hover. We don't have to drop it to the floor. If it is on the floor, maybe press the heel into the mat and drag it to the left a little bit for more of a calf stretch. How about one more breath here? Rebend into that right knee. Slide the right leg back, top of a push-up. Take your inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, rise to the tippy toes. And exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up and overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, take the arms up. And as you exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And this time as you exhale, step that right leg to the back of the mat. Crescent warrior, push down into that left foot to rise all the way up. Keep breathing. Hug the inner thighs in, nice and strong. Nice deep bend in that front knee. Notice the breath. Good. Warrior two, pivot and plant the right heel, open those arms to a T. Good. Gaze over the left fingertips. Good. And now as you inhale, stretch that left leg straight, pivot the toes to face the long edge of the mat. Good. And now once again, we're going to bring our heels in just a little bit and then bend the knees, bring the hands just above the kneecaps there, so on the meaty part of the thighs. Good. And now this time we're going to drop our right shoulder down first. Good. Come back up through center. As you exhale, drop the left shoulder down, peel that right shoulder back. Inhale, come back through center. Raise the arms straight up in the air. And then as you exhale, release the hands behind the low back, open the heart, and humble warrior once again. Bowing in, dropping the weight of the head, keeping the position of the squat here if you can. One more breath. And then slowly rise up, bring the arms up and overhead with you. And then warrior two, keeping that bend in that left knee. Swim the hands down to the floor, pivot onto the ball of the right foot, and relax into our wide waterfall pose here. Again, maybe that right heel's on the floor, maybe it's hovering. See if you can just really melt the torso over the left leg, drawing the crown of the head towards the foot. One more breath. And then re-bend into that left knee. Slide the left leg back, top of a push-up. Chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Drop the knees to the mat. Take a child's pose. Notice the breath here. And slowly rise back up to hands and knees. And let's come to a seat for just a moment as a transition to lie down onto our backs. Stretching one leg down and then the other. Letting the arms rest wherever they feel the most comfortable. And then closing the eyes. Take a huge breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Just taking a brief shavasana here. See if you can relax the rhythm of the breath. Stretching the arms overhead, stretching the legs forward, and then bringing the knees in towards the chest, gently rocking side to side. Slowly finding your way up to a seated position. And thank you again for watching, and that's really all it takes to wake up the body nice and short and sweet today. So I hope you enjoyed. Namaste.